Okay, hello. My name is Askir. I'm Sergeant Askir on Reddit, and I found this post on /r/Orianna mains, which asked for a replay review, and yeah, I'm an Platinum 2 Orianna main, or at least Orianna is my most played champion last season, and I have 200,000 champion mastery with her. And I think I can help you a little bit. I haven't watched your replay yet, but I will try to help you as much as possible. And yes, sorry for my English in advance. I'm from Germany and my English is far from perfect, but I will try to help you as much as I can. So the first thing I'm gonna do is sort these people. So I know who are you playing against. Oh, it's Akali jungle. Okay. Tournament top, Ezreal, ADC, and Zed mid. Okay, so that is a decent matchup for Orianna. Let me think about what I would play the matchup like. I would probably start E and auto attack him a lot at level 1 because he can just Q and not gap close onto you. So you can shield his Q and then like get 1, 2, maybe even 3 auto attacks on him, proc your Thunderlords, do a lot of damage, win the trade at level 1, get like 1 potion or something. Then you don't really have to be scared of the jungler yet, so you can actually push against Zed and make him farm on the turret, which is quite easy with that Zed, but it's still better than letting him push and poke you on the turret, so you don't have to waste your mana to farm, but can use it to harass him. And yeah, that is basically my idea about the matchup. So let's just play, see what you do. I should focus the camera on you. Where's Orianna? Zag, Orianna, oh yeah, I'm right over it. Okay. So you're standing a little bit random around here right now. You should either be standing here and defend your junglers, your jungle, your bot side jungle, or you should be standing here, but since Zach is going this way, why ever he's doing that, I don't know. Probably because you're not doing it. You can just scout and see for look for invades and yeah, stuff like that. So it's always better to have a little bit more vision than just standing safely under your turret and doing literally nothing. Yeah, at that point you could also be standing AFK and spawn, I guess. It's especially important that you stand around here, because your ADC isn't going there, so your support is really unsafe right here and might getting caught. See, you would have scouted them, would have seen, okay, Zed is here, Zed's got Q, might be important information, although it's quite standard on Zed. You never know. Why is it redirecting the camera? Just because I selected something else? Can I say menu camera and then select Orianna? Maybe that'll work, because I wanna change camera from time to time and then switch back to you. Okay. So important information you want to look for early game is where did the enemy jungler start, and where does your jungler start, so you can play accordingly. Since Zed was bot lane, or bot side jungle, you could already know that they're starting bot side, but you didn't see him yet because you weren't standing there. So now you have to look for bot side and for top side or top lane, which side comes later to lane, because that side probably helped the jungler. And if you know that information, you can play accordingly and ping even your laners back when you know, okay, he's probably done with his clear and probably gonna go gank top or bot now. Okay, so what did you skill? You skilled Q. Okay, that isn't too bad. I just said I would skill E, but you can skill Q, it's fine. But if you skill Q, you almost always want to push in. And you're not doing that right now, instead you're letting Zed bully you. What kind of runes do you have? 26 armor? I actually don't know how all his base stats are, but 42 is definitely way too much armor. And you probably don't have any cooldown reduction, because you don't have any cooldown reduction. I don't know if you never thought about it or whatever, or what your build path is, so we'll see that later. But you should probably check your runes and maybe get about 10% cooldown reduction, because with Ionian Boots and one CDR item, 20% CDR, Morello or Athenes, you will have 40%, which is really good on Orianna, because you're almost only limited by cooldowns, and you want to reposition your wall quite often, and spam shields and W's to help your team and stuff like that. So that's why you should have cooldown reduction, and you don't even need the MR in this game, because the only magic damage threat in this game is Akali and maybe Ezreal with his ultimate, but yeah, I don't really count that one. But yeah, Akali is the only real threat, and she's the jungler, so you don't really need it. And even in a game versus mage, I would probably still take the cooldown reduction instead of magic resist, because it's just so important. And you can always build Athenes for magic resist, or even in abyssals if you need it against like something like Diana or Akali mid lane, or yeah, stuff like that. Okay, but let's watch what you play the lane like, anyways. Okay, so you're last hitting. Yeah, that's the most important part of the game. Okay, so you use your Q to farm, which isn't bad. You can obviously do that. You also did it the right way around and hit the minions first, and then last hit them with your spells. It's almost always the safer way to get the last hits, rather than starting with Q and then trying to get the last hits with auto attacks, which is alright. But I still don't get why you don't really push against him, because you could build up a little bit of pressure. You don't have the right runes and masteries, just got Q at level 1, and therefore you're probably a little bit weaker than him. But if you now get like 1 Q on him, you can easily proc your Thunderlords, and he still can't get close towards you, so he can only throw 1 Q. You're behind minions, so it does lower damage than your Q probably does, because you could hit him right in the face and would do way more damage than him. So yeah, you gotta use the range versus melee advantage that you have, because otherwise he will be full life or full HP like in at level 2 or level 3, and might be able to all-in you with all his spells, and then you have to play really passive because he has kill pressure on you. Also, you have heal with you, which I didn't notice yet, but you might want to switch that up against assassins for an exhaust, especially versus Zed, because he has such a small window of opportunity where he can kill you. That's right when he ulted, like the 3 seconds after that are really important, and if you disable him in that time with exhaust, so he can't really do much damage, you will be able to live from his ult and maybe kill him afterwards, or it's way safer, the way safer option, or way better than heal in that scenario. So obviously heal is probably better for 2v2ing, but I doubt that you have to help Zac with heal. So yeah, I think exhaust is way better against AD assassins. Some against some AP assassins also, maybe. Yeah, in general, exhaust is way better against assassins than heal, I think, at least in my opinion. Oh yeah, also I want to give you, since I'm not only talking about this matchup, I also want to tell you that teleport is quite good if you play against a mage or it's a farm lane and you think you can get away with it. But in this matchup, a defensive summoner or a combat summoner is probably better than teleport, because Zed has quite the good level 6 and yeah, also quite a good early laning. So you might need the summoner, especially if they had like a better early game jungler like Lee Sin. You really need it to survive. Okay, now you're outing him a bit, which is good. He's a little bit afraid now, because he saw you can out-trade him. Okay, now he's throwing Qs towards you. Okay, this was good, but what you gotta notice is you're level 2 now, and he's not yet. He will take, I think, 2 more minions, because you need 7 minions to hit level 2, and you haven't skilled that yet. Let me see what you say. You skill W. Okay, so you almost always want Q and E at level 1 and 2 as Orianna, because they are just W costs way too much mana to use early game. It's 70 mana, which is like at the moment you can use it 3 or 4 times, and then your and you always have to use it in conjunction or together with your Q. which cost another 30 mana. So you especially so yeah, if you add them together, that's 100 mana per W, and that's like a ton. You only have 370, and E is 60 mana, which is 10 less, not too much, I know, but it's still more useful than the W because it's not only damage, but it also is a shield for you. So if you position your board correctly, you can do some damage to the enemy and shield yourself, and you also get the armor magic resist, which makes his spells deal less damage to you. So the utility from the shield is way more useful than the slow early game. You can use the W later on if you need to escape ganks or maybe have get ganks, because slows are really good for your teammates because they can hit their spells afterwards, and also you can boost them or speed boost them so they can engage, but your E is way more useful in a 1v1 scenario than your W is. So, and since you are not really expecting a gank at level 2 from either of the junglers, neither from Akali nor from Zac, E would have been the better choice. Also, if he hits level 2 now, you're in quite the danger because you have no spell to save yourself from his engage with W and Q. Okay, now he's level 2 because he killed 2 minions, and he will probably skill W. You didn't really, yeah, he skilled W and you didn't really use the advantage. You had like level 2 for 2 seconds or something and could have put a Q on him, one auto attack and E to proc Thunderlords, but you didn't do it, so that's an opportunity that you missed. Okay, now he hit the W Q on him and you still don't really do anything against him. Okay, your Q is on cooldown. Did you just use it? I didn't see you use it, whatever. But if you had E, you could position it a little bit further down, like maybe here, and then use E against him, so even if he uses his W, it hits him, and you shield yourself. Maybe even shoot yourself against the Q that he just threw, and then you can Q him again and give him one auto attack to retaliate on the trade. But now that with his W is definitely has an advantage. Okay, so you use your Q. I just see you have Deathfire Touch. Okay, since you have Deathfire Touch, which is in my opinion way worse than Thunderlords, I didn't really do the math, but I really like Thunderlords for the early game trades. And I think Orianna is more for bursty mage rather than a DPS one, so I think Thunderlords is way better. And you still need to be careful because he just has this shadow here, and he could potentially jump back on you and give you one auto attack, or maybe even a Q once it's up and then an auto attack, which would proc his passive because you're almost below 50% health. I think it procs at 50, or does it at 40? No, 50% health, and therefore you still need to be careful. But good job on the retaliation anyways, and at least you're smart in not using the W because it costs such a high amount of mana. So I guess that's good. Although in this scenario you might have, yeah, you probably should have used it because you could have gotten another auto attack up, and you had 3 of them would be more important. Yeah, whatever. Okay, so now the shadow is away, you're a little bit safer. Okay, so you have crit runes. What the hell? I mean, okay, 1% crit is like, some people use it because they think it's fun to have like the random chance to do it. I don't really do it, but yeah, what kind of runes do you have? Do you have any penetration at all? No, you don't. And 57 AD is a ton. Okay, so maybe you just have wrong runes selected. I don't know. That might be your problem because you have AD runes, and I guess magic resist on an AD makes some sense. 1% crit chance. I don't know Orianna's attack speed, so I don't know if you have crit runes, but this looks like a lot. But you still have the magic penetration. I thought about you maybe played Jhin before that game and didn't change your masteries because of the Deathfire Touch. But yeah, well, your runes are way off, mate. You really should look at them. That's like, yeah, what is that stuff? I had a post on Reddit where I explain my runes. I will link my OPGG in the description of this video, then you can look at it and maybe change your runes accordingly. Or just look for a pro player, which is better than me, actually, and copy his runes. Okay. So by the way, Akali started bot side, which you could have seen when you looked at the maps. I hope you did. Maybe not. Or like at the map, not at the maps, and just saw that Ezreal and Nami were coming later to lane. Okay, now you have a minion advantage. He will be pushing in, except he tries to de-push. You should try to use it and auto-attack him a lot, because he can't really trade back to you, with you, and will just take a lot of minion damage if he does. Also, you will probably hit level 3 earlier than him, and should probably not use your spells until then, because you want to have them up when you have all 3 of them and out-trade him again, and use that window of opportunity. It's like, I think it's 1 minion. I don't actually know the exact number when you hit level 3, but I think after that one, or at least after the cannon. How much is it? Doesn't tell me, damn it. Yeah, it's after the melee minion. So you're level 3 now. You should have been further up the lane, and tried to punish him. But I guess it's kind of understandable that you play a little bit safer, because you don't know what route or jungle route Akali is taking, because you could have taken 3 camps now, like the Grom, the buff, and the other buff, like blue and red buff, and then come gank. Some junglers do that, especially like early game junglers sometimes do it, and just if they want to camp a lane. But I guess Akali isn't really a threat to you, even if you trade and use your spells on him and she comes. You could have probably even killed them both, because you have a heal and you have so many minions more that they would have probably died to them. So yeah, you should have stood way further up the lane and pressure him more. Even now you can stand further up, and really, because he's really afraid of your level 3 and your minions, and you could stand further up and deny him from even queuing the big minion if it goes down low enough, although I doubt it will. Okay, so you also missed a minion, whatever. Shit happens to me all the time. Okay, this was a good auto attack that you threw, but you still didn't E yourself from his Q, which is kind of bad I think. And yeah, kind of bad by you, because you could have denied a lot of damage. And you also know his Q is down now. Now also he is level 3, so he can only throw a W and E, and that isn't really a lot of damage. You also still have the minion advantage, so you should be standing further up and just eat yourself, give him 1 more auto attack, maybe even 2. Yeah, so you're standing further up, but you didn't give yourself the E, so you still took the damage from his E. And also, because you didn't have your shield, you didn't have the 10 magic resistant armor, which reduces some damage as well. So that might be why you're losing this one. Now you need to be quite careful, because you are below 50% HP, and his passive triggers, and that's quite a lot of damage. I think it's, what does it say, 6 to 10% of the target's maximum health as bonus magic damage. Yeah, so it's quite a lot actually. Okay, so he didn't reactivate his W. Well, your Q, it was a little bit off, but whatever. You will get used to hitting skill shots and expecting the enemy's movement. That's just playing more, and yeah, playing more against better opponents, I guess. Okay, again, he's still using his Q to farm. You have a ton of minions. Just give him QW now. I think your Q is up again. Yeah, you just give him QW, and then E yourself. Usually you proc Thunderless with that, but I know you don't have it. But yeah, and then just give him auto attacks. He has no energy right now. You have a huge advantage that he's way too far up in your minion wave. You should just lose like 200 or 300 health right now, and maybe even have to recall. He even used his E, so he doesn't have anything right now. Yeah, you're using a lot of mana to farm. You could have just ordered these and used these spells to trade with them. Right now, you really need to be careful, because you're very far up the lane, and you don't know where Kali is. You don't know what route she took, so you should probably place your trinket wards while you're not losing any minions, or yeah, you can still try to harass him a little bit on the turret because he has no energy, but you really need to be careful. Once he has a bit more, he will try um, to trade with you as well, and yeah, you might lose that trade because you don't have the minion advantage anymore because the turret will take them. So yeah, I would put my ward down probably right here, maybe. Or if she did start topside, which you know she didn't because bot side, yeah, I said that enough already. So you should probably put your ward here. And if she started topside, you would probably put it maybe here or here at least. Wouldn't go too far up because she might be camping there, and you can't really ward over a wall like you can here. Put it here. Don't walk up too far because your jungler is nearby to back you up. Yeah. Let's see what you do. Pick up your ball. You're standing a little bit. Yeah, okay. You give him one auto attack. He still has no energy. You're zoning him from the minions. Yeah, that's quite fine. But still, you should have put your ward down. Okay, so he has enough energy, but looks like I think he's at least missing one of the Qs, and he doesn't really have much energy, so you can now use his cooldowns and lack of energy to trade back to him. And you need to be careful right now because you don't have any vision because you didn't put your ward down, so maybe just shield yourself, give him one auto attack on Q and just go. If you had vision, you could probably chase him further. So he doesn't even hit the second one. So yeah, you really have an advantage right now because he has a spells and cooldown, and his W is down. So you should probably trade a little bit more aggressively. Also, you should tell your jungler that Zed is using his shadow quite offensively all the time. So it's a good if you can gank quite easily because he doesn't have any escape after he used his shadow. And Zach is quite the good ganker from mid lane because he can jump almost all over the lane, and Zed also doesn't have placed a ward yet, so you can tell that to your jungler as well. Again, he's using Q to farm. Just be a little bit more aggressive with the windows of opportunity when he has no cooldowns, because you can just trade with him and use it. Because I mean, yeah, Zed is good early game, but he's good early game because his spells do have a lot of damage and they are quite easy to hit, and he does have energy, so he can basically spam them. But if he uses them to farm all the time, you can easily trade with him. So yeah, you can still use it. At least you're autoing him from time to time, which is good. Okay, so, well, I didn't move the camera. So he moves quite obviously towards you. I would actually expect him to have, if he moved that way in my game, I would actually expect him to have the jungler right here, because he's baiting me into that direction and just move straight to the turret. And you didn't hit him at all the way he moved from here to your minions, which you could have done. But at least you shielded yourself and are running towards Zac, which is good. Also, you have a water here, so you would have probably seen if Akali was here. So it's good that you're moving downwards, and maybe you're actually able to kill him with Zac. Yeah, you're not really baiting him far enough though. You should have just kept running. But Zac is coming, so I hope you noticed that. Zac is right here, and you should maybe be standing right here instead of here and not at your jungler's point, but maybe he will try to mirror your movement a little bit and probably move downwards to still have like a good, still be quite close to the minions, but also far enough away from you so you can't hit him with a Q. So we'll probably move quite close to Zac, which will make it better for Zac to hit his E, and also he has a he's further away from the tower, and you can easily kill him, or at least get a summoner. Okay, so Zac misses his E, but you don't move at all once he jumps. It takes you quite a long time, and if you hit your QW before it would have been way easier for Zac to hit his E, and you would have probably gotten a flash, which you don't right now. Or maybe you do. Yeah, you get it. You actually still get a flash, so you would have probably killed him if you did it before and Zac hit his E, because Zac would have also hit his W and Q afterwards, which would have been enough damage, I think, for 105. Yeah, he would have probably been dead and still wasted flash, maybe. I don't know. So he's low and still staying because he has one more potion, I think, or two more potions actually ticking. So right now you can try to zone him a little bit, but you need to be careful because he has more minions and you don't know where Kali is at all. So he's warding, okay. You can ping Zac, okay, he probably warded here because you have a ward here, you would have seen it, and otherwise it doesn't really make any sense for him to move downwards to this spot, so he warded in this bush, and just tell Zac that you shouldn't gank from broadside anymore, but rather go topside and try to land his E from there. Yeah, I think, yeah, you should tell that to your jungler, maybe type it, but if you don't, it's still fine. Just ping him, like, okay, here, ward, and then you're fine. Okay, so you're level 5, you're still quite far ahead of him, and he still has Ignite, but you still have the Flash and he doesn't, so you can play way more aggressive than him. Okay, so you really need to look at your own minions, because this was quite the easy QW for you, or even E, and you could have pushed him out of lane if you just see, okay, my 2 minions are low, he probably wants to kill them, he either will go and auto-attack them or throw Q. You could just stand right on top of them, or a little bit further actually, or further up even, and then just throw your Q for him and try to punish him for it. I mean, at least you're giving him auto-attacks, but you should harass with your spells also. The way you're playing right now is actually quite smart, but it only really works if you stand up far enough so that he can't last hit, because you're freezing the lane, and you should try to zone him from the minions, not from the XP. That would be too far up, because you would have to stand like right here and trade with him all the time, take all the minion damage, and Akali would probably come and kill you. But at least you could zone him and trade with him whenever he tries to go for any minions. Also, you have the minion advantage right now, so if he stands up here, he will take minion aggro. Obviously not down back there. And again, he throws his W into the wave and farms with the spells, so you really need to, yeah, just auto-attack him, throw autos at him, Q him all the time, just punish him for using his spells on the minions. They hit a Q on you, you didn't shield it. Okay, now you could see, okay, Nami's moving up here. Actually, you probably don't need to follow, because they would kill her anyways. Or does she still? Yeah, she doesn't have any summoners. So yeah, but usually if you see bot lane is fighting, it's often worth looking down and maybe seeing someone running up the river and just moving towards him and trying to catch him off. Maybe you get a kill, or at least an assist. So they kill Nami, which is good. They probably type, okay, Nami no Sams, which is important for you because your bot lane roam's actually not too bad. Okay, so Zed is going aggressive on you, although you have way more minions. I would probably expect him to have a jungler here, maybe, because he's engaging bot side and maybe wanting you to move up. And maybe even, yeah, he could be here as well, but I doubt that, because your jungler just was bot side and Akali didn't counter gank, so you would probably have seen her if she was right here. But yeah, he's engaging on you, you have way more minions, start ordering him, throw Q at him, throw W at him. He isn't level 6 yet. And yeah, you should be able to punish him for that. Maybe even kill him because he has no flash. Okay, so instead, he gets you quite low. Didn't the Q? I thought the Q damage already procced before that. Let me watch that again. Okay, so you have more minions, trying to zone him. So his heal pod takes quite long. Now he has actually a little bit more HP than you, but you still have your E and you have heal. Okay, so he throws his E first. Okay, I thought this was his Q. Okay, sorry, done by me. Okay, you should have done immediately. I would have probably played that wrong as well, but the correct play right here is just immediately heal yourself, or at least heal as soon as he jumps towards it. Now heal yourself because you know he's going for the kill because you jumped in. He never did that before. He always, if he was just harassing you, he never jumped in. And he either has a jungler right here or he even has kill pressure, which I think he does right here. And he still has his Q up. I thought he already used it. That's why I said you should just retaliate. But yeah, he only has E up. He has Q up, only use E and W right now, and he has a passive because you're so low. But if you healed yourself for, I think, how much does this heal? 150 health would have brought you to 470, which is more than half of it. So it wouldn't have his passive wouldn't have procced, which would be quite the huge chunk of damage. Also, you know he has ignite, so he's probably gonna use it in an all-in, and you need to use heal early just in case he ignites, because once he ignites, your heal is basically worthless. Instead of healing, you could also just flash away from him, but and dodge his Q. I don't know. Maybe that would be better, but you don't know where the jungler is, so and heal is on a lower cooldown, so it's better to use. Oh, you actually. When did you use flash? What the hell? Or is it a bug? Am I dumb? When did you use it? So he ignites you. Okay, let me just... You probably didn't use it because it's not on cooldown right here, but it showed me that it was on cooldown, or was it Z? It's Z's cooldown, I think it just didn't update. Okay, so, yeah. So you still, yeah, use heal, at least you don't waste flash, which is good. But, yeah, you should have used heal before the ignite, so he doesn't proc his passive. Maybe Zach gets a kill. Yeah, Zach gets a kill. This is great. So, what Zach could do right now is push the wave out, but that would actually be bad for you, because once you come back to the lane it would be still pushed in, and you might lose something. If you freeze instead, they have a little bit, yeah, it's an uneven minion wave, they have 2 more minions, they will push probably towards here, as long as he just lost it, and yeah, just tell him he should just lost it, or take his jungle or whatever. Yeah, he does it. Or does he? What the hell is he doing? If he wanted... Okay, so if Zack wanted to push, he should have just done it straight away. But now he's fucking it up even more for you. Oh, whatever. I would have pinged him back and just told him, hey, mate, dude. I think it's actually not too bad, because he was quite fast with it. Thought he would take longer. But right now, Zed is losing a cannon wave, which is alright. So it will slowly push back to you, because it's an even minion wave, but on their side of the map, which makes his minions come faster. So okay, let me look at what you bought. Okay, you bought a Seekers. That's great. At least you're doing that right. You should just... I usually against an assassin, AD assassin, I build the Seekers and then Morello afterwards. Maybe sometimes against Zed I just rush Zhonya's if he gets fed early, because you just don't want to die against him and you don't have exhaust this game. So yeah. So Zach saw Akali here, he pinged for you to come. I don't know why you didn't move at all, because Zed was still clearing the wave, and maybe you could have helped him, but I think it's not a huge problem. You should be fine. Now you see he's moving. You ping us, I think. Yeah, you ping this, and he's coming. You should ping him back as well, and then just clear the wave and move towards him, but through your own jungle, so you don't get caught by Zed, because Zed can 1v1 you at this point. He's ult, and yeah, Zed is just in general better than Orianna at 1v1. Also, your Seekers isn't stacked yet, so yeah, just push out. You're moving good. For some reason, Zack didn't move the wave fast enough, but you might be able to collapse on them. Tremor is dead, so I didn't actually notice that, but whatever. And Zack is level 6, but used it already. his ult. You still at 3v2. Does Zac have passive? I don't think. Oh yeah, he is. He should be able to use passive. I don't know why Jax is moving away so far, but at least you know that his ult is on cooldown. So now you can play a little bit more aggressive, and yeah, just don't need to be as careful. Although you still need to be careful, but because Akali will hit 6 soon. Okay, this was a good trade by you. Or from you, yeah. So, I wouldn't push right now. Why can't I pause anymore? What the hell? Random replay shit. Okay, whatever. I guess we just need to watch it, and I need to commentate fast. Okay, so Akali is in her jungle, and she will hit 6 soon, so you need to be more careful than you had to be before that, because Akali ganks pre-6 are quite bad. She can't really do anything. I would really wonder why I can't pause anymore. So she's coming right now, as I said. Yeah, just... You're still not using your wards enough. You could have used it once you came back from the lane and put one here. Okay, now he jumped on you. So you know somebody is nearby because he doesn't have ult. Why would he jump on you otherwise? So if I could rewind right now and look at this again, you might even have been able to kill him. I don't know, because you still had ult and a lot of mana. Yeah, you're really... This is a little bit weird, because he's just throwing WE at you, and you're getting poked down quite easily without retaliating at all. Sometimes it's even good to just throw your ult at him for the damage. And even if you don't have the kill pressure, now he's way too low to just jump at you again and just stay there far up the lane. What the hell are people doing? Spam pinging. Holy shit. Okay, so Zac is going in without you having any mana, so he's probably dead, because you can't roam at all, but at least they kill Nami. Yeah, Zed will probably roam, or not. Why? What the hell? People are not moving! I don't know. Okay, this is good for you, because that was Zed just did Brain AFK in base. Still ults him and kills him, I guess, yeah. But if you moved earlier, you would have been able to save his teammates, and maybe even get another kill. Maybe he is able to get another kill. No, he is not. Good. So this was quite a bad engage by your team. You just pinged them back because you couldn't really follow. You were too low. Zed would have killed you. And yeah. So you know Zed ult is on cooldown. You missed your Q though. Okay, you went boots. Guess you didn't have any money for anything else. Maybe buy a pink ward. Quite useful. Can put it here to defend against Akali, or even here maybe, which might be a little bit dangerous though. I'm not sure. That would probably be able to clear the pink ward. Yeah, just let him zone yourself. You're quite far behind. Don't do anything stupid right now. You outscale him anyways. Like your early levels you're fine, but the level 6 he really outscales you, and you need to be careful because he can all-in you at any point. It's actually quite hard to tell you what to do if you can't stop and just look at the map for a second. Or at least I don't have to play myself. Okay, so here's spots on cooldown. You could have thrown another Q out, I guess. At least you're farming quite decently. It could be better, but yeah, it's alright. Okay, so you're actually winning the poke duel, which is good. Auto attack that one once before. Oh, okay, this way is fine as well. Q him if he stands right there. You could have queued him and then eat yourself for the extra damage. He would have been too low to all-in you. Now he is anyways. But you're as well because you're using W to poke instead of Q and E. Now you need to be careful because he has ult back up again. Or soon. No, he has it again, yeah. He probably has it for quite a while already. He doesn't have flash though, which Zac knows, but he didn't really capitalize on it. So top lane is winning. Your top lane is winning. Bot lane is also doing quite good because they killed Nami twice already. So, sorry, I'm a little bit tired. You really need. Yeah, you just need to be careful about Zed's movement, because if he stops roaming, he went Duskblight first. Holy shit. This is really greedy. You should just tell Zek to commit because he doesn't have a Hex Drinker, and once he uses, he still doesn't have Flash Up, and once he uses his, he should use a Flash Up. Maybe this is still bugged because I paused. Because if I press pause now, yeah, things aren't. Well, now it updated. Yeah, he should have Flash right now. Okay, good. I don't know. This is weird. The pause function doesn't really work. Yeah, you should. That's what I said. You should be careful about Zed's movement and roaming. You just knew, okay, he didn't do anything. You could probably put a ward here to see where he is roaming and ping your lane back. At least they have a ward and know he's coming now. They will probably get away. Where's the Janna ult? What the hell? Worst Janna ult ever. Yeah, okay, that sucked. And she also shielded the turret. That was a huge misplay by her. I mean, also, MF flashed if I remember correctly, or did she? I'm so confused by this replay thing, because things are not showing correctly, but yeah, I think. Okay, Akali's topside. Zed was just bot, probably recalling. Just push him in, so he loses a little bit of minion wave, then do Wraith, I guess. Yeah, just do Wraith, because you can't trade with him anyways. I hope you're doing them. Try to farm up, ping your lanes again when he's missing. Yeah, you're doing Wraith good. Do you have any money to buy anything? I don't think so. I hope Zek gives you blue buff now, because he really doesn't need it. He doesn't have any mana at all. And with the blue buff you can push Zed in and force him to not roam. Yeah, but they are counter jungling, or trying to counter jungle you blue. Just ward here. Why are you wards, man? You're not using your trinket at all. If you had a pink ward right now, that would be quite useful as well. You shouldn't probably not use your ult if you can't see her, because it's quite a lot of CC and you want to use. Yeah, you want to damage her while she's stunned or moved away. So Zek goes way too aggressive. Should have pinged him back. Oh, whatever. He actually gets her. Didn't expect that to happen. But Zed didn't ult, so misplay by Zed probably. I think if Zed was any good, Akali would have not died. Would not have died. Okay, so you get both procs, but you're very low right now. You should just stay for one wave and then recall, because there's a big minion and you want that one. Okay, so there's a reinforcement wave which you can take as well, but yeah. You really need to be careful because you can poke you down right now. Get the big one, which is good. I don't think he's able to dive you, but you should tell Zek to come anyways and just ping assist me. Don't move up right now, don't move up. Oh, okay, Zek is right there. But holy shit, this Zek is missing everything. Every single E. Okay, just recall right now, because the minion wave died, you can't help anyways, yeah, okay, you recall, good. They get his flash. He doesn't have anything right now. Flash isn't updating either. Holy shit, please. The fuck. Okay, but he flashed. I know it. At like 15, 20 or something. You should time that. Probably, yeah, maybe. So what did you buy? You bought Morello. Yeah, that's good. You should just push mid out right now. I think you didn't really need to roam there. Oh no, because she was so far up anyways and Zek was there, so she's probably dead at whatever happens. You can't do anything. Also, you knew Zed just recalled, so you should have pushed mid out instead of trying to roam. It's good that you have the map awareness though, but yeah, your decision making at that point was just not perfect. Okay, so you have a huge wave. You can trade with him. Ult now. Yeah, great. Auto attack Q. Nice. Yeah, that was really dumb by him because he engaged against you in a huge minion wave. You can take wolves and then recall. Or even push another wave, but the problem is you don't know where Kali is and she just respawned. You should be fine there. Yeah. You're maxing W, mate. Holy shit, why are you maxing W? Come on, man. At least, like... I mean, okay, it's not bad. I know some people do that, but in general, W is just... It costs so much mana early game that you can't really use it to trade. Especially if you go Morello and not Athenes, which you go in this matchup. And... yeah, I don't know. You should... have you ever tried maxing Q? I don't know. I can't really tell you why it's way better, but I max Q and not W, and I think it's just better. I tried maxing W though, but the cooldown is just so important on your Q. Just that's why you need the cooldown reduction at all. So yeah. So like at 4 seconds right now, but if you maxed it, it would be at 2, I think, or 2.5 or something. Something like that. Yeah, you have a power spike right now though, because you have your first item finished, and yeah, Orianna with Athenes or Morelos is just really strong, especially at like when you have your first. Usually when you have your Q max, well, since you have your W max, it's not a huge difference, but your Q would be better. Still need to be careful though, because he still has all in potential on you. You should just push it out and just take breath and just make him not roam by doing that. Give him an auto attack when he does that, because he should not use his spells on the wave. Just do wrath now, man. Stop pinging. You can't kill him anyways. Or maybe you can, but it's quite. You're not using your wards at all. Or is that one from you? I think it is. Yeah. Okay. So at least you put one down. Okay, Akali's top lane. Zeka's top 2. So you know Akali isn't here, you can all in him now. You can probably just Q ult him. Although, oh no, his flash shouldn't be up yet. Yeah, you could have all in him there. If you are not in his ult range, when you ult him, it's really hard for him to get out of it. He can try to do it with W, but reactionary with W is quite hard. Except he has it placed already, then it's quite easy. Just yeah, at this point in the game, just push the wave out immediately and then take the jungle camp and pressure the map by not being mid lane. Because you can still poke him, but it doesn't really have much of an impact on the map, I think. He will just farm on the turret right now. At least you did put your ward now, which is good. Take Wraith, man! Oh my god, what are you doing? Yeah, just take this one, pressure Drake or do something with your time, but don't just stand around mid lane when you push it out. Also, he's still quite low, and you have ult up. He does have flashback now though, so you can't just ult him. You need to be careful. You saw Akali moving here, you have a ward there? Well, yeah, that was just like a map awareness, I guess, but Zeka's here to maybe clean up. Holy shit, if that is you pinging, just stop it, man. Holy shit. But if not, I'm very sorry for you, because holy shit, this is so annoying. People spam pinging all the time. Okay, so your bot line took the turret and is now moving mid to get it. You either can stick with them and stay for a fight, or you just go bot lane, take the farm, and then move mid once you think a fight might be happening. And yeah, definitely you can pressure top side. Okay, never mind. They get caught. Not good. You need to go there and wave clear. This Zac is actually quite good, but he misses a lot of his E's. Or missed a lot of them early game at least. You still have ult. You should... yeah, nice, okay. At least one of them, and you know they are going to recall. You should try to push the tower now. Zac should probably go top side and try to stop Trinder. Just push it out, push it out, push it out! He's way too low to do anything against your push. You actually have way more pushing power if you max Q, I think, because of the cooldown, which is important as well. So yeah, try to max Q, try that. Okay, so Nami is still here and healing him, but you can auto-attack the turret for a bit maybe. Yeah, but you pushed way too late, so they're coming. Now you need to be careful because they're coming back. Yeah, you don't really need to move there, your team got it already. Just wave clear. Somebody needs to go bot side. Or you should have moved bot side early because you lost a lot of farm there. I think MF should have went there instead of mid lane. Just let yourself wave clear and then group at Drake. Well, not analyzing their play. Okay, so you need to use your ult for self-clear instead of using it on Zac. Because they have two assassins which will jump on you in misfortune, and it's really important that you both live, or at least one of you lives. So instead of using it on Zac when he jumps on their backline, so you E and ult. Oh well, he jumped into it. You should just use it on yourself or use it when Zac ults you on the Akali comes, because if both of you, like misfortune, you kill Zed and Akali, you can still turn the teamfight around, and Zac is so tanky right now that he won't just die. He will probably live or zone their backline back far enough. Yeah. Okay. I think I know what happens next now. I wonder if Trinumber ever comes bot side and fights with you. I think he won't. We'll probably just take the inhibitor while Jax tries to group with you. So this Drake was way too greedy. I don't know why he wanted to have a smite battle. It's almost always 50-50 chance. It's not really worth it. Yeah, just stay back far enough. You're not respecting the zone of Akali. I can't really analyze teamfights though without having the pulse function, which doesn't work for some reason. I really don't know why. Weird. And what? Top laners actually came to your fight. I thought they would just battle top side. Yeah, you just get chased out by them because you choose to fight instead of just running away after losing the Drake, which is not really good. But as I said, it's hard to analyze this and tell you what I would have done or tell you what you should have done, not what I would have done. Yeah, this is just, I don't know. This is really weird. People overstaying all the time. Okay, but I guess, yeah, I just stop right now because this is not, I can't analyze this without pausing at all. I can maybe make some macro decisions and tell you that, yeah, you should not chase that long, but I guess you know that already, and that's something that you can analyze yourself. But I hope I helped you a little bit with laning, and told you a little bit how I would play the matchup instead. And yeah, let me stop the replay because this is just really weird. This is a post, by the way. And yeah, I will post a response probably below here with the link to the video, and yeah, wish you a nice day. Hope that helped a little bit, and maybe next time I can use a pause function and actually analyze team fights, but that's just really hard in real time, and yeah. Wish you a nice day.